right, guys, I'm back. Welcome to Island Time Watch Review. I am Chris. First off, I want to say I'm sorry I haven't posted. We've got a lot of comments coming in, and I'm really stoked about that. But yeah, I had the honor of officiating my friend's wedding in California, and it was amazing. So I've been super busy. But let's get into it, man. Today's topic is the Seals Model A. Look at this watch. So let's just go straight into it. Let's go deep down, dive right in, talk about the details, and at the end, I'll tell you guys what I think. Let's do it. All right, guys, we're back at the table. This is the Seals watch Model A. It's actually an $800 watch. And before I get into the watch here, you might have noticed I have a new background. I'm trying something new, but I want to show you the stuff that comes with it. It comes with this watch roll. Really hard to show you here. It's like it probably holds maybe up to 4 watches in here. Really nice. Let me open it up here for you. Okay. It's got this buckle on here, right here. So I'm opening it up, and it's got this really nice felt, and it's got this roll inside that you can just take right out. So I like it a lot. It's very stiff, and if I was to carry multiple watches at one time, I think that this would be good. Usually I use those softer ones. So the only issue with rolls like this is that they're stiffer, harder to pack. A lot of those fold-over rolls, those canvas ones, you can kind of fold over and make smaller. So yeah, if you got the room, this is a nice one. It's got a signed Seals S right there too, so it's really nice. Also, this watch, if you notice right away, it has integrated bracelets. So it actually, you can get these in addition to them. So when I got this watch, it came with this, but some leather straps, really, really nice quality. I personally like this kind of look. But yeah, it's just genuine leather. It's got that alligator look to it. But I really like this color too because it's kind of it's a brown, but it kind of looks like a maroon sometimes, and it matches really, really well with this. Most of the time I wore this watch though, it's been on the bracelet. But yeah, if you notice right away, so this watch is the Model A. I've done a review on the Model C. You should check that out too. But this is the stainless steel version with a brushed white and silver dial. And Seals watch, I guess their motto is, quote, simplistically bold for the discerning. Which, man, I mean, when I first saw this watch, I thought to myself, hey, this is kind of like my chance of getting a microbrand kind of Royal Oak or Nautilus. If that's something that you're really into, this would probably work for you. But let's go step through it so you guys know. And I did mention this in the Model C review, but this design is very similar to the Model C. The Model C has wire lugs. Look kind of faux wire lugs, but wire lugs, and this is an integrated bracelet. But both are designed off the blocky tanks of the 1940s. So they do have a very similar case shape, and I like the Model C so much that I got this one. So yeah, I mean, I love it. So the case width here is 41 millimeters. The thickness is 12.2 millimeters. The lug to lug is 51 millimeters. There's a water resistance on this guy of 100 meters. And there's a flat sapphire, beautiful flat sapphire right there. That is 2.5 millimeter thick and also has anti-reflective coating on the inside. This steel is 316L stainless steel. There's a signed crown on here, screw down crown. And yeah, if you notice too, that there's a lot of different colors available. And I know Michael Seals does usually smaller runs here. But this one isn't available anymore. It could be something that you could ask him to see if he's going to reissue this one again. But he does have other ones available on the site. But yeah, the vertical brushing here is super pretty, and it goes really, really well with the rest of the brushed case here. So let's get into that here. So this is a brushed case. I love this. It's a very simple watch, right? I really like that it's mostly brushed when you look at it, but if you notice here on the sides, right here, it's polished. So there's a mix of brushed and polished, and I'll be honest with you guys, this stripe right here of polished across the case really gives it a lot more of a dressy look. And that's what I found. I really got this watch thinking it was going to be more of a sports watch, but wearing it outside, it definitely has more of a dressy vibe to it. So that's something to be, to think about before picking something up like this up. One of the other things too is that there are applied markers here, and if you notice here, one of the most unique parts about this is those skeletonized hands. Those skeletonized hands, or openwork hands, have BGW9 Superluminova. Now, one of the biggest drawbacks for me on this guy is that while it does look cool, and for me, I really love skeletonized hands. They look really cool to me. I also like how they protrude from the center of the dial there. But yeah, when they're skeletonized like that, you don't get a lot of lume. Personally, I think that it would have been really cool to get this ring loomed on this one. And I know that Michael Steels has a couple other projects that he's going to release here of this model with a lot of different colorways. You should check that out. Follow him on Instagram as well. If this is something you like, definitely it seems like he made improvements there in regards to loom. But yeah, and I totally skipped over it here too. This is a Miyota 9015, which is used in a lot of micro brands, and I love it. I mean, it works fine. It works great. This crown also is super comfortable. Now, if you notice the crown guards, it does have this like those nuts right there, and it does kind of have a gear kind of shape to it, but it's really comfortable when you're spinning it around. It's just kind of the guards kind of just lead you right over to it, so it's great. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn it around, and it does have a screw down case back, and this case back is pretty simple. It has the model number right there, and the S as well. Yeah, I like it a lot. Integrated bracelet has it's signed over here. It's got 4 micro adjustments right there. Not the fanciest bracelet, but works really, really well. Unfortunately for me, I couldn't get the best fit on it for me, and obviously, as you can see, I have a very small wrist. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this watch. It's a really, really simple, easy sports watch, kind of dressier sports watch. I like it. But yeah, I'm going to go up and tell you guys more of my thoughts at the end here. But before I do that, let's go ahead and put it on wrist, and I'll show you what it looks like on my dainty little guys. Let's do it. Okay, here it is on my wrist. Now, it looks really nice on the camera, actually. And it fits me really well. I have a 6 1/4 inch wrist. The only thing is, I'll be honest with you guys, it just feels a lot bigger than it is. I mean, it does have a taper to the bracelet, which is really, really nice, and it adds to a little bit more comfort. Now, the only thing for me is if you guys take a look here, these first links here, they don't bend in as far, so I do have a bit of a gap here. And it doesn't really sit that great on my wrist. So I have a 6 1/4 inch wrist. That was a bit of a disappointment for me. But it does look nice. I'll give it that. It just doesn't sit as well. And I think that that's kind of a really important point that I'm going to talk about here, when we go back up. But yeah, it is a handsome piece. It does look great. The brushing's super unique. And yeah, I like how clean the dial is. It's got the minute track, and just so you guys know too, it syncs. The minute track syncs in, which is really, really attractive, I think. But yeah, with these indices here, they get real shiny and kind of difficult to read sometimes when it's bright light or nighttime. But again, that's why I really do feel like this has a sports watch kind of feel to it, but it really is kind of a dress watch, just with the features that you get from it. With the indices being, so polished and everything like that. So anyway, let's go ahead and pull back up, and I'll tell you guys what I think. Okay, so there it is. That's the nitty gritty, and here it is on my wrist. So this watch is really, really nice, and I mentioned this before, in the deep dive. It's a sports watch, but it's kind of like a dress watch, just with its features. And sadly, I didn't think that the loom was all that great. It's the legibility, despite this really kind of thick minute ring, right there. The legibility was just kind of tough for me in direct light and definitely at nighttime. So, there's that, and it does look really nice, but I'll say for me, my wrist is 6 1/4 inches, so it's very small. There's a gap right here when I wear it. It doesn't really fit that great on me. I think if someone had more of an average sized wrist, or a wrist maybe an inch bigger than mine, they would love this thing. Integrated bracelet is such a unique look, and yeah, I mean, I like the look of it overall. This is one of those things in microbranding and watching. This is one of those things in microbrands and watches that I think is really interesting. You take a chance at a watch, and you kind of learn more about what is best for you. And I know that 51 millimeters for lug to lug distance is pretty big for me. I was hoping that this would drop down and fit a little bit better on me, and it didn't really get there. I like this watch. I think it's a great watch. It just doesn't feel great when I wear it. So I think that that's kind of the other thing too. Really hard. There's a lot of great microbrands that are available, you know, online, and you see their posts on Instagram and stuff like that. But you have to get it in hand. You have to wear it to really see what works for you, and that's kind of the joy, the journey of watch collecting, I think, in general. So for me, I learned a little bit more about my preferences, and at the end of the day, it's all about how it feels when you wear it. So this one's not a go for me. I'm probably going to be selling it, but that's totally cool. I hope that someone loves this watch and wears it as it deserves. So that's it, guys. Really excited to be back. I want to do more videos every week. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please subscribe, like this video, and yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys have any questions or anything like that. Yeah, I'll catch you guys next time.